Hi student, how are you? In the first video, you have learned all about linear equations. In this video, we will solve some word problems. But even more than solving, it is more important to understand the concept on how to solve a word problem. By the way, you have already solved a lot of word problems in class 7, and the concept that I explained there is exactly same here as well. And if you know the concept, you can solve any tough problem. I have attached that video from 7th in this chapter. I suggest that you should watch it first before watching this video any further. Though I have still inserted the concept here as well. Take a look. So how to solve word problems? Follow 3 steps. Number 1, read the problem carefully, one sentence at a time. Then number 2, do exactly as written in the problem but mathematically to convert the problem to an equation. And number 3, and the easiest part, solve the equation. So that's it. That's the concept. Now let's note down some very important points to remember. Break the sentence if required. Read every word carefully. Always cross-check. Sometimes variable x is not the answer. Remember ratio problem. Don't forget that. Alright, so that's the concept. Now let's solve some problems. We will solve problems on ratio and proportion, digits of a number, speed, distance, time, and one from percentage. So let's begin. Word problem 1. Read the question carefully. What number should be added to 3, 5, 13, 19? So we have to find the number. Let that number be x. Since we have to add it to each one of them. Further, it says that resulting numbers are in proportion. So the 4 numbers are in proportion, meaning that ratio of these first 2 numbers and these last 2 numbers are equal. So write the ratios. Now this equation is reducible to a linear equation. And how do we do that? You have learned that in the last video. Simply cross-multiply. So we get this equation. In LHS, multiply 19 and x with both the terms to get 57 plus 3x and 19x plus x squared. And do the same for RHS to get a polynomial. Add like terms on both sides. So we get x squared plus 22x plus 57 equal to x squared plus 18x plus 65. Now from RHS, bring variables to LHS and take this 57 to RHS. We get an equation in which cancel like terms to get 4x is equal to 8 or x is equal to 2. Always cross-check. So put x is equal to 2 in each term and we get the new numbers. Are they in proportion? Let's check. So 5 by 7 and 15 by 21. And 15 by 21 can be reduced to 5 by 7. Divide by 8 CF 3. So yes, they are in proportion. Answer is correct. Next problem. Word problem 2. So it says that sum of digits of a 2-digit number is 12. So we don't know the digits. Let's say digit at one's place is x. And since sum is 12, digit at tens is 12 minus x. Further, it says that if 18 is added to it, which means that we have to add 18 to the number, not to the digits. How do we do that? We have to find the number from the digits. Take 32 for example. 2 is ones and 3 is tens. So it can be written as 3 into 10 plus 2 into 1. Similarly, this number can be written as 12 minus x into 10 plus x into 1. It says if 18 is added, the digits are reversed. So simply reverse the digits. With reversed digits, the number becomes x into 10 plus 12 minus x into 1. And if we add 18 to the original number, we get this new number. So these two numbers are equal. Equate them and further simplify. Add 120 and 18 on RHS. LHS becomes 9x plus 12 and RHS 138 minus 9x. Bring variables on LHS and numbers on RHS. So we get this simplified equation, or 18x is equal to 126, which means x is equal to 7. Look at the top. In the original number, x is ones. So ones is 7. And tens is 12 minus 7, 5. Hence the number is 57. Is the answer correct? So reverse 57. We get 75, which is clearly 18 more than 57. Hence the answer is correct. Alright, next problem. Word problem 3. This is an interesting speed distance problem. Start reading step by step. Distance between Delhi and Lucknow is 540 kilometers. So let's draw it. Distance is 540. Further it says, two cars start simultaneously, meaning at the same time. One from Delhi and one from Lucknow. So car 1 and car 2. And after 5 hours, distance between them is 90 kilometers. So after 5 hours, car 1 reaches here and car 2 reaches here. And this distance is 90. Now, if speed of car 1 is 10 kilometers per hour, less than that of the other, so let's say that speed of car 1 is x and that of car 2 is x minus 10. Now we know that speed into time is distance. For car 1, distance covered is x into 5, 5x. And for 2, it is x minus 10 into 5. So let's write that on the figure. 5x and this Lucknow to point 2, 5 into x minus 10. Now question says that find the speed of each car. So we can form an equation. Yes, look for something that can make an equation. If you look at the figure, these three distances add up to the total distance. And if we write that below, we get an equation. Now simply solve it. Add 5x, 5x. So LHS becomes 10x plus 90 minus 50. And RHS is 540. Or 10x plus 40 is equal to 540. Take 40 to write. So 10x is equal to 500. X is equal to 50. Now cross-check. So in the figure, speed of car 1 is 50 and 2 is x minus 10, 40. So distance covered by 1 is 50 into 5, 250. And by 2 is 40 into 5, 200. Total 450. Let's write that. And if we subtract it from the total distance, 540, we get 90, which you can see is the distance between two cars after 5 hours. So yes, our answer is correct. By the way, in speed distance problem, usually we have to add the distance to form an equation. Alright, next problem. We will take one more problem. Word problem 4. It says that perimeter of a rectangle is 24 meters. Alright, so draw a rectangle. Perimeter 24. Further, it says that if length is decreased by 10% and breadth is increased by 20%, perimeter does not change. So this means that we don't know the length and breadth. And it says further in the question to find the length and breadth. Alright, so visually you can see what's happening. Decrease the length and increase the breadth, we get this new rectangle, whose perimeter is also 24. Now let's say length is L, breadth is B. Hey, but we cannot have two variables. So what do? Simple, we know the perimeter, 24. It must be equal to 2 into L plus B, means L plus B is 12, or L is 12 minus B. So let's write the length and breadth. And when we decrease and increase, we get the new length, which is 12 minus B minus 10% decrease, which means 10 by 100 into 12 minus B. And the new breadth, B plus 20 by 100 into B. So 10 cancels 100, and in breadth cancel by 10 to get 10 in the denominator. Numerator is 2. In length we can take 12 minus B common, and here we can take B common. So do that. 12 minus B common into 1 minus 1 by 10. And B common, 1 plus 2 by 10. 1 minus 1 by 10 is 9 by 10. And 1 plus 2 by 10 is 12 by 10. 12 minus B and B remain as it is. Now if we add these and double the sum, we get the perimeter, which is the same according to the question, 24. Cancel 10 in LHS, so it goes to numerator in RHS, and cancel 2, it goes to the denominator. So we get 9 into 12 minus B plus 12B on LHS, and RHS is 120. Simplify further. Now move the number to RHS, so 3B is equal to 12, or B is equal to 4. That's breadth. So length is 12 minus B, that is 12 minus 4, 8. Now let's cross-check. So 8, 4. Now let's make a small table. Write the old values and the changes. We get new lengths and breadths. So new length is 8 minus 10 by 100 into 8. And breadth is 4 plus 20 by 100 into 4. And this gets cancelled. 2, 10. So 8 minus 8 by 10. 4 plus 8 by 10. 72 by 10. 48 by 10. Now add them and multiply by 2. So 2 into 120 by 10. Cancel 24. So perimeter remains same. So the answer is correct. So this completes the topic and the chapter for CBSE students. For ICSE students, there's one more, inequalities. So they should watch the next video. For CBSE, I will start with the new theme, geometry. Till then, practice more and more word problems and call your personal educator in case of doubt. Alright, thank you. Bye-bye.